Well, good morning. Good morning. Well, at least it's good morning here in Minnesota. It is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. Spring has started here in Minnesota, and that means so much newness for us. And wow, newness in the political world. I'm going to keep this fairly short. I don't like the big 20-minute videos, so we'll see if we can get through this. Folks, there is news all across Minnesota in many, many formats, and we are having victory. I encourage you, especially those of you in the GOP, the Republican Party, your independents, your conservatives, your patriots, please, please, please keep the faith. I'm going to share some good news with you. Stand your ground, people. We are having victories. Let's get into some of them. School administrators are resigning across the state. They've had enough because we've had enough. Amen. We have put pressure on them. The pressure will hold throughout the summer. We are not letting up. There are some plans coming ahead that we'll discuss. There have been policy changes in school boards because the mama bears and papa bears have spoken up. We've raised our voices. We've raised our concerns. We found other ways to get their attention. There are school board candidates filing all across the land, people that never, ever, ever thought they'd run for public office. And it's not just school board, but that's exciting to me. There are some school boards where there are 4 or 5 open seats, and there are definitely 4 or 5 ready to take their place. Record-setting BPOU and caucus turnouts for a non-presidential election year across our state. Now listen, I really have to address this, and I hope you'll hear me. If you went to caucus for the first time, raise your hand. See, you don't think I see you out there, but I do. I have been to 7 different county and area conventions, and I am amazed that over 50%, sometimes as high as 70 or 80% of the delegates and alternates in those rooms are new people to the BPOU, first time or second time caucusers, never been an alternate or a delegate before. That's growth. That's exciting. That's young blood. That's what our party needs. Now, on the flip side of that, let's address this. We have a lot of folks that are concerned they don't understand the process. A lot of people don't agree with the process, and that's perfect because the way to change the process is doing exactly what you're doing by getting in those BPOUs, being an alternate or a delegate, but even more importantly, serving as an office holder in your BPOU. That's how you make change. Some of us aren't very happy with these nomination committees and nomination boards, especially when all they do is nominate themselves, the entire board or the executive committee, and they don't open up or aren't very friendly to outside new delegates that would like to serve. Do not be discouraged, people. That's our fault again. We'll take that on, at least I will, as our fault. We are making changes with that. Do not be disenfranchised. That's what some people are counting on. Yes, we need to change our system. We can't do it if you quit and sit by the sidelines. Hey, how about this victory? School board attorneys realizing that they cannot represent individual school board members as a school board when, in fact, claims and lawsuits are filed individually against the man or the woman who happen to be on a school board for their own individual actions. I don't know about you, but that's beautiful. We've had some victory with that. We've had some attorneys in southeast Minnesota that was served cease and desist letters because they were trying to represent individual members as the school board when not even all members were served a claim or a suit. They can't do it. We're not serving the school board. The school board's not part of the action. Why? Well, one of the things these parent groups don't want to do, they don't want to take taxpayer money to defend a school board when a school board has had 9, 10, or 11 months worth of parents saying you can't do this, it's wrong, and they haven't listened. Why should they pay for that person's legal representation? Not happening. A lot of people haven't understood what I, as an investigator, and the NATF and other groups have been doing with these claims and damages and notices of wrongdoing and demands. It's because we did our homework, folks. We found a way around having to go to small claims court or district court. We found a way around that, and these people are being served individually. Some of them get it. Some of them don't yet get it. Hey, how about some some local victories in some of our conventions, our endorsing conventions, and our new Senate conventions. Natalie Barnes, hats off to you, girl. Someone I know personally through one of our parent group conversations, seminars that Natalie attended, an upset mom in Senate District 54, and boy, did she upset the apple cart. She had 1 week that she announced her candidacy, 1 week to campaign, and she just took the endorsement for Senate District 54. How about Mark Bashofsky, medical freedom fighter? He was is a now retired respiratory therapist that held huge rallies up at the state capitol. Mark Bashofsky, he went and took, 82% of the vote for endorsement in District 33. Congratulations, Mark. Also a friend and a freedom fighter in the trenches for us. Let's talk some more victory. How about Lisa Monet from Alibi Drinkery in Lakeville? Remember her? She's not off on the sidelines, folks. She's busy. And an administrative law judge in her case, an OAH judge in her case, just ruled that Walls and Ellison and the Alcohol Gambling and Enforcement Division and other entities have no authority to revoke Lisa's liquor license, even though they did, over the lockdowns. That's right. They've reversed the ruling. They don't have the authority, people. The executive orders don't give authority to other branches to start pulling people's licenses when there's been no other violations. Pay attention to this. This is huge. This might, in fact, help Lisa Hansen down in Albert Lee. All right, we're at the 6-minute mark. I said I'm going to keep this short. Give me 2 or 3 more minutes. How about the Patriots up in Rice County at their convention? Joe, I hope I say your name right, Joe Odenthal and his troops up there. I call them his. Everybody's an individual, but I know Joe's one of several key members up there that got together, that got some patriots, that got some conservatives together. And not only have they turned upside down the way their BPOU wanted to do a few things, but they had like a 60 or 70, maybe even 80% attendance between all the new patriots up there, not only getting involved in turning things around, but yesterday Joe announced his candidacy as well to represent the people up in the Faribault area up at Capitol Hill. So more conventions today, more coming in the next coming days. I want to remind you people, it is important to document. That's why we're having some of these victories, these mom and papa bears that are going into school boards and that are recording, or they're doing a Facebook Live, or they're taking the school board's own video and reposting it and commenting on it, sharing it and liking it. That's what it takes. You must have your camera rolling at all times, audio and video. Don't be afraid to narrate out the date, the time, and the place of where you are or what event you're attending. That is evidence, and we need it. Not just broadcast, we need it sent to me. So let's talk a little bit about evidence and why it's so important. I would like to announce to you today, prematurely, but we're going to do it anyway, the launching of the Southeast Minnesota Election Integrity Task Force. Say that again. Launching the Southeast Minnesota Election Integrity Task Force. 8 counties interested. Folks, we have people that now want election audits. We have officials that want election audits. I heard Mike Murphy say, candidate for governor, Mayor Mike Murphy said that when he gets in as governor, he's going to have to bolster up the state auditor's office because they have a lot of work to do. I'd support that in a New York second. Don't say New York. I'd support that in a Minnesota second. All right, so election integrity, lots going on there. We even have a local county attorney in Southeast Minnesota that has said if we bring him just six verifiable cases of something hanky, something shady, something fraudulent, or something wrong in the elections, he will open an official investigation between his department and the sheriff's department. He's already talked to the sheriff about the possibility. We have those 6, and we'll be coming to him very soon with those. Oh, so much exciting, folks. Listen, I'm going to close this out because I'm hitting the 10-minute mark, and I don't want to go more than that. Stay involved. Go to your monthly BPOU meetings. become an officer in the BPOU, become a volunteer in the BPOU, sign up now, tell them that you'll help. And then if you're going to commit, do it. Help at the county fair, help at the parades, et cetera, et cetera. Get on board with one of these candidates that you support, volunteer, help them financially. Folks, you may think that $20 is no big deal. $20 times 500 supporters is a big deal. And if you can afford $20 or $50 or $100, please do so. Remember, God bless America. We're not through.